pleasure, and applying is the height of enjoyment. Let's learn grammar and shall apply in our daily life. Welcome to the English class.
What do we saw in the last class? About kinds of adjectives. In that kinds, the first adjective is adjectives of quality. Adjectives of quality describe the quality of a noun about its shape, size, color, stage, or condition. They answer the question for what kind of. Second one is adjectives of quantity. It specifies the quantity of the noun. They answer the question for how many in case of countable nouns and how much in the case of uncountable nouns. Third one is demonstrative adjectives. They are used to point out a specific noun or pronoun. The four demonstrative adjectives are this, that, these, and those. Fourth one is interrogative adjectives. These interrogative adjectives are used to ask questions and are always followed by a noun. Next one is possessive adjectives. It indicates ownership or possession and always comes before a noun. These possessive adjectives answer the question whose. Next one, adjectives of number. Adjectives of number indicate the number of the noun. They are of four types. First one is indefinite, distributive, cardinals, and ordinals. Indefinite adjectives don't specify a particular number, and distributive adjectives are used to refer to a person or thing separately. Cardinal numbers mention the exact number of the noun. Ordinal numbers mention rank, position, or order of a noun in a series. Seventh kind is proper adjectives. Proper adjectives are formed from proper nouns. Eighth one is emphasizing adjectives. Emphasizing adjectives are used to lay stress on a noun like very, own, actual. Are you clear about these kinds of adjectives? Yes. Shall we see adjective and its kinds? See the exercise. Underline the adjectives in the following sentences and mention their types. My niece is a jovial person. Everyone likes her. In this sentence, we have to underline the adjectives and we should mention their type. First, we have to find the noun in this sentence. Which is noun? My niece is a jovial person. Person is a noun. Now ask a question to it. What kind of person he is? He is jovial person. So you got the answer jovial. This jovial refers a quality of adjectives. My niece is a jovial person. Everyone likes her. Yeah, my niece is a jovial person. It's a quality. It's a good quality. So that everyone likes her. See the second sentence. We have 5 pens. We need to buy 3 more. So what is this meaning of it? Totally, we have 5 pens. We want to buy 3 more. Which is noun in this sentence? Pens. Now you have to ask the question to it. See the word before the noun. It is 5. It seems like number. So in that adjectives of number, in that 4 kinds, we have to find out it belongs to what type. It mentions exactly as 5. So that must be a cardinal number. 5 is cardinal number. Next, see the third sentence. Indian films are loved all over the world. Films is a noun. What films? Indian films. Word Indian comes from the proper noun India. So, this must be a proper adjective. Indian is a proper adjective. Many people know that she is the daughter of a famous film star. What you do? First, find out the noun. We have two nouns in this sentence. One is people, many people. The word next to many, the word people is noun. Second one, film star. Film star, it mentions a person, that is also a noun. To find out how many people, can ask a question how many to the word people. It gives you the answer many. So it mentions a adjectives of quantity. Many is adjectives of quantity. Now we shall go to the last one, film star. It is also about a noun. What kind of film star he is? A famous film star. It refers the quality of a film star. The word many, it refers the adjective of quantity. Famous, it mentions the adjective of quality. Next, see the fifth one. Which shirt do you like more? This one or that one? Find the noun in the sentence. Where is the noun? Shirt. Shirt is a noun. Which shirt do you like more? In question itself, we have the question word which. And which is the interrogative adjective. Which is the adjective and it is interrogative adjective. Sixth one. The audience was spellbound by the tricks of the skillful magician. So, how was the audience? The audience was spellbound by the tricks of whom? Magician. How was his magic? That was so skillful. That was his quality. He is a skillful magician. It refers a quality of adjective. What kind of magician he is? Skillful magician. Adjective of quality. Skillful is a adjective and its kind is quality. We have 4 more sentences in this exercise. Do it on your own to understand easily. The first one is, I have photocopied those documents. Second one is, if you go to the market, buy some sugar and a dozen eggs. Ninth one, our luggage is packed. We are ready. Fourth one is, I had a busy day at office today. There were several meetings. Do you remember how to find the adjectives? First, choose a correct noun and ask a question to it. Then find the kinds of adjectives. Next exercise is, fill in the blanks with the appropriate adjectives. They have given you the options. From those options, you have to find the correct one, which is suitable to the sentence. Shall we see that one? Yes. What's the first one? Sit in your dash chair. The options are actual, won't, very. The answer is won't. Sit in your own chair. This won't comes under emphasizing adjectives. All the words are comes under emphasizing adjectives. We have to find out the proper one, correct one. Next one. The dash tea ceremony is a beautiful cultural activity. The options are Japan, Japanese. Japan mentions the name of a country. Japanese mentions the people of the country. Then which is the right one? The Japanese tea ceremony is a beautiful cultural activity because the beautiful cultural activity of tea ceremony celebrates by Japanese people. So, Japanese is the right one. See the third sentence. There are dash options available. The options are none, won't, six. There are none options available. Is this suitable to this sentence? No. Next option, there are won't options available. This is also not suitable. Which will be the most suitable one? 6. Am I right? Yes, 6 will be the most suitable option. There are 6 options available. See the fourth one. What a dash pretty flower. The options are some, all, very. This is a exclamatory sentence. So, it won't come like numbers, but it can be emphasizing. Which is emphasizing adjectives in these options? That is very. So, the answer is very pretty flower. What a very pretty flower. Fifth one. Dash of the women were upset. Options are few, some, one. Now we have to find the correct one. We can think all these options are correct to the sentence, but we have to choose the right one. The verb in this sentence is were. When comparing to that, we can find the option very easily. So the answer is some. Some of the women were upset. We can't get one or few as an answer. So the right answer is some of the women were upset. Now, the remaining 3 sentences, you have to do it on your own. What are they? First one is, she looks dash. The options are Europe, European, Europe-like. Next one, I bought dash mangoes from the seller. The options are actual, 9, 6. So by seeing these options, we can find this is maybe nearly to the number of adjectives. So from that, you choose the right one. 8th one dash of the boys in the class were absent. Options are 4th group, amazing. Read the sentences carefully and choose a correct answer. Next topic is formation of adjectives. Some adjectives are formed from nouns and others are formed from verbs. How an adjective can be formed from nouns and verbs? Shall we see that? Yes. See the example, anger. Anger is a noun. So then angry is an adjective. When this is an anger, it is a noun, name of an emotion. When it became an angry, it is an adjective. It's an adjective of quality. Angry may get the quality of a person. He's an angry man. He's an angry boy. He's an angry girl. This is how a noun is changed into an adjective. We see the second one, danger. When it is as danger, it is a noun. When it converts into dangerous, it is an adjective. For example, danger is everywhere. Here the word danger is a noun. It is a noun of a sentence. He is a dangerous person. Now it becomes a quality of a person. What kind of person he is? He is a dangerous person. When it acts as a noun, it is only danger. If it is an adjective, then it becomes dangerous. This is how noun converts into an adjective. Now we shall see the examples for verbs. How the verbs change into an adjective. Accept. Accept is a verb. Acceptable is an adjective. Accept the situation. In this sentence, the word accept acts as a verb. It is an acceptable reason. Here the word accept changes into acceptable and it becomes an adjective because it refers the noun. It is an acceptable reason. Accept is a verb and acceptable is an adjective. Second example, create. Create is a verb. Creative is an adjective. Create a new change in the society. Here, create is a verb. Create, it makes an action. It's a verb which can make a new change in the society. Creative. What a creative idea. This word creative mention the idea which is creative. So, this is an adjective. How is his idea? His idea is creative. So, now it becomes an adjective. Create is a verb and creative is an adjective. Shall we see some exercise sentences for this topic? See the heading. Fill in the blanks with adjectives formed from the given words. The words given for you may be a noun or verb. From that word, noun or verb, you have to change into as adjective. See the first sentence. The teacher often scolds Reba because she is dash. The given word is talk. How can we change into an adjective? So the adjective word for talk is talkative. The person who is speaking more or talking more, we call them as talkative person. The answer is talkative. Teacher often scolds Reba because she's talkative. Talkative, talkative. Second question. My uncle was a dash child. The given word is book. And see the sentence. He would always be found in the school library. Book is a noun. The answer is bookish. My uncle was a bookish child. He would always be found in the school library. Third sentence. Pom always looked dash. No one knew that she had a dash history. The given words are cheer and next word is tragedy. Both are nouns. Change the noun cheer as cheerful and tragedy as tragic. So what's the answer? Pam always looked cheerful. No one knew that she had a tragic history. Fourth one. Though his relatives denied it, Shaumik was a dash owner of the property. The given word is law. The answer is lawful. Lawful. Though his relatives denied it, Shaumik was the lawful owner of the property. Write the answers in the given space. Fifth one. His dash decision cost him the respect of his dash ones. The given words are haste and love. Do you know what is haste? Haste means working with urgency. That is haste. We have to change the haste as hasty and love as loved. His hasty decision cost him the respect of his loved ones. Do you understand this topic? Shall we see the next one? Are you ready? Formation of adjectives. Some adjectives are formed from nouns and others are formed from verbs. we have learnt how to form the adjectives from nouns and verbs. Change the given word into adjective. And remember, we cannot get the same word as adjective. Now we can see about compound adjectives. A compound adjective is formed when two or more words are joined together to modify the same noun. The words are usually separated with a hyphen. Yes, compound adjective is formed by combining two or more words. Have you ever noticed some English words with a hyphen between them? For example, a well-known author, an English-speaking country, a 3-hour movie, a part-time job, a middle-aged woman. These are called compound adjectives, which means an adjective that has two or more words to modify the noun. This compound adjective combines with noun or adverb. Yes, mostly it combines with noun or adverb. We have seen the hyphenated words of compound adjectives. Some compound adjectives do not have hyphen. Why? How can we find out which compound adjectives have hyphen and which do not have? If the first part of the compound adjective ends in an ly, then there is no hyphen in between the words. Yes, compound adjective means certainly it must have two words. We can consider the first word as first part and the second word as second part. If the first word ends with ly, then it does not continue with the hyphen for the next part. For example, I had to eat from a badly cleaned plate. See the word badly cleaned. That is compound adjective, but the first part is end with ly. So it is not followed by, the word cleaned is not followed by hyphen. Do you understand? Yes. And also we have one more rule to use hyphen. Use hyphen when the compound adjective comes before the noun, but not when it comes after the noun. For example, see the sentence, this is a world famous museum. Which is noun in this sentence? It is museum. World famous is compound adjective. The compound adjective comes before the noun. So, we have used the hyphen between the words. We can see the example for this same sentence. If the noun comes before the compound adjective, how it will be? This museum is world famous. In this sentence also, museum is noun, but compound adjective it comes after the noun. So, there is no hyphen between the words. This is a world famous museum. This museum is world famous. Do you understand the difference? We can see one more example also. It was quite a thought-provoking book. Which is noun in this sentence? It is book. We know it. Where is the compound adjective? Compound adjective, it comes before the noun. Thought-provoking. So, we used hyphen between the words. The book was quite thought-provoking. The same sentence but noun comes before the compound adjective. So, we do not use any hyphen between the compound adjective. Book is a noun and thought-provoking is a compound adjective. We should not use yes at the end of compound adjective with numbers. For example, the compound adjective 3 second. There is a 3-second delay. We should not write like 3 seconds delay. It is wrong. 10 minute. Let's take a 10-minute break. It is not a 10 minutes break. It is 10-minute break. Next one, 5-day. He went on a 5-day trip. He went on a 5-day trip is wrong. We should not use or add yes at the end of compound adjectives with numbers. Shall we see the exercise now? What is the first sentence? We have dash laboratories in our school. They have given you the options also. From that, you have to find the right one. See the options: mouth-watering, weak-kneed, man-eating, long-lasting, strong-willed, state-of-the-art. We have state-of-the-art laboratories in our school. Other options won't suit for this sentence. So the right answer is state-of-the-art. Martin Luther King Jr.'s speech had a dash impact on humanity. We have only 4 more options: mouth-watering, weak-kneed, man-eating, long-lasting, strong-willed. Either it must be strong-willed speech or long-lasting speech. We have to see the word impact in this sentence. So it must be the long-lasting speech which made impact on humanity. The answer is Martin Luther King Jr.'s speech had a long-lasting impact on humanity. See the third sentence. My aunt is a dash woman. She is not easily influenced by external pressure. My aunt is a strong-willed woman. She is strong-willed woman. So she is not easily influenced by any other external pressure from outside. We have 3 more sentences. The fourth one is, among the many attractions of old Delhi is its dash street foods. The clue for this sentence is food. From the word food, you find out the correct answer from the given options. Fifth one, the dash eating tiger entered the village silently. The clue is which tiger. From that, you find the correct answer. Sixth sentence, the dash lord does not have the courage to speak up for the interests of his men in front of the king. The clue is it relates to the word courage. Okay. Shall we see the next topic? It is order of adjectives. When more than one adjective is used to describe a noun, it usually follows a particular order. Yes, we have some particular order to place the adjective when it used to describe a noun. The orders are: first order is quantity, second one general opinion about the noun, third one is specific opinion, fourth one is size. After the size only, we have to mention the temperature of the noun. After temperature, it is shape. After the shape, it is age. Then, after the age, we can mention the color of the noun. After color, it is nationality. Then, material. This is the order of adjectives we have to follow when we describe a noun. See the example. She stores her jewelry in a
tiny, square, red Spanish box. Actually, she stores her jewelry in a box. She explained it. How is a box?
With 4 more adjectives. Now, she mentioned it in a particular order. How she mentioned? First one, she mentioned its size. It is tiny. Next, she mentioned about the shape of the box. It is square. After the shape, she mentioned the color of the box. It is red in color. At last, she mentioned the nationality. This box is made from Spanish, so it is Spanish box.
She stores her jewelry in a tiny, square, red Spanish box.
You have to memorize this order of adjectives. Then only it is easy for you to find out the correct order. Next sentence, she bought 4 expensive square wooden tables for her office room. She bought tables for her office room. And what is the order of this adjective? First, she mentioned the quantity. It is 4. Next one is expensive. How was the table? The table was very expensive. It is general opinion, because expensive can relate with any noun, not only for the table. So it is general opinion. Next one, square. The shape of the table is square. Next, wooden. Wooden is a material. It is the last order of adjective. She bought 4 expensive square wooden tables for her office room. Next example, they have a delicious round red pizza. They have a pizza. How is the pizza? It is delicious, round in shape and red in color. Delicious is specific opinion, because this word delicious we can use only for food, not for any other thing. So this word delicious is specific opinion. The shape of the pizza is round. Then it is red in color. They have a delicious round red pizza. Do you understand how to place the order of adjectives? Shall we see 2 exercise sentence for this topic? Yes. Choose the option that has the correct order of adjectives. From the given options, we have to find the correct order of adjectives. In the options, only its order is changed, not any meanings. First question, I am going to wear my dash shirt for my cousin's wedding. Option A, new silk purple. Option B, new purple silk. Option C, silk purple new. Option D, purple new silk. First, now we omit the options. From the options, we can find that silk is a material, so it should come only at last. We can find only in the option B and D the word silk comes at last. So the options A and C are omitted. From the B and D, we have to choose the right one. We have 2 words, new and purple. Purple is color and new is a general opinion. Which one should comes first? General opinion. So the right answer is option B, new purple silk. Shall we see the second one? Yes. We need to recycle the dash cans. The options are A, 6 plastic round. Option B, round plastic 6. Option C, 6 round plastic. Option D, plastic 6 rounds. Round is a shape, we know that. Before the shape, quantity should come. What is the quantity of the cans? It is 6. So, we can omit the option B. 6 comes after the round. So, we can omit it. Now, we have to find the word for plastic. Where we have to place it? Plastic is material. So, it should come only at last. Now, it is very easy to find the correct option. Only in the option C, plastic is at last. So, the right answer is option C, 6 round plastic. Like this, you do the remaining questions. Third one is, Raman is a dash man. Option A, tall, generous, thin. Option B, thin, tall, generous. Option C, generous, tall, thin. Option D, generous, thin, tall. Fourth one, I am going to drink tea from a dash cup. Option A, small, English, China. Option B, English, small, China. Option C, small, China, English. Option D, China, small, English. Fifth one, the dash teacher spoke for us. Option A, interesting, German, old. Option B, interesting, old, German. Option C, old, interesting, German. Option D, German, interesting, old. Use the tricks and find the correct answer. Degrees of comparison. Adjectives have 3 degrees of comparison. First one is positive. Second one is
comparative, and the third one is superlative.
These degrees are used to compare the nouns. In the positive degree, there is no comparison, but
in the comparative degree, we compare two things
or group of things. In the superlative degree, we compare 3 or more things. That means 3 or more nouns. That is superlative degree. See the example: hot, hotter, hottest. Tea is hot. Hot is positive degree. There is no comparison. Hotter. Tea is hotter than coffee. There is a comparison between two nouns. One is tea and another one is coffee.
Tea is the hottest beverage to drink. Tea is the hottest means when compared to all other beverages, tea is the hottest thing to drink when compared to all other beverages. So, tea is the hottest beverage to drink.
Do you understand the difference between
positive degree, comparative degree, and superlative degree?
Now we shall see one by one. Positive degree is the base form of the adjective. In other words, we can say that positive degree offers no comparison. I told you before, there is no comparison in positive degree. For example, our house is large. What do we mention in this sentence? Our house is large. We do not compare our house with any other one. So this is simply positive. Our house is large. Second sentence, Delhi is an expensive city. They give you the information that Delhi is an expensive city. They do not compare this Delhi with any other cities like Chennai, Mumbai, Kolkata. They do not compare with any other. So it is not comparative or superlative. They just give you the information that Delhi is an expensive city. So this is positive degree.
Next one, comparative degree. When we want to compare two things or group of things, we use comparative degree. Identify the comparative degree is very simple. At last, the adjective ends with er
or it may be added with more. For example, brighter. brighter, brighter. It is comparative degree because this adjective ends with er. Next one, more surprised. more, more. So instead of us adding er to the end, we add this before the adjective more surprised.
So if we want to change any word into comparative degree,
either you should add er to the end of the adjective or you have to add more before the adjective. Example, this room is brighter than that room. We have the comparison here. This room, that room. They mentioned here this room is brighter than that room. We have the comparison of two things here. Next sentence, I'm more surprised than you are.
Here also we have comparison between two persons, I am and you.
I am more surprised than you are. We don't have the word like surpriser, so we add this er to before the adjective word surprised, more surprised.
Are you clear about this comparative adjective? Comparative adjective means compare two things or group of things. Mostly comparison made between two things, that is comparative degree.
We use the superlative degree to compare three or more nouns by adding est to the base adjective or adding most before an adjective. We can frame a superlative degree.
To the comparative degree, we have to add er. For the superlative, we have to add est. In comparative, we add more before the base adjective. In superlative, we have to add most before the adjective.
And also, we use the before the superlative degree of an adjective. In the first sentence, we saw, do you remember? Tea is the hottest beverage to drink. Before the word hottest, we add the word the. So, before the superlative degree, we must add the. Example, the Nile is the longest river in Africa. In whole Africa, which is the longest river? It is Nile. It is indirectly compare all other river in Africa, but they said
it is only the longest river in Africa.
Second example, Sumit is the shortest boy in our class. Who is the shortest boy in our class? It is Sumit. Compared to all other boys in our class, Sumit is the shortest. Here we compared not only two boys, we compared all the boys in the class.
Among all, he is the shortest boy. So here we mention Sumit is the shortest boy in our class.
Third sentence, Grace is the most trustworthy friend that I have. I have lot of friends, but Grace is the most trustworthy friend. When compared to all, I mention that Grace is the most trustworthy. This is superlative degree. Do you understand the difference between positive, comparative and superlative? If you understand the base, this is very easy. And also, some adjectives form the degrees of comparison differently, like good, better, best. Good is a adjective of positive degree. Better is adjective of comparative degree. Best is the adjective of superlative degree. Like this, we have many: bad, worse, worst; little, less, least; many, more, most. Just we have to memorize all these comparisons of adjectives, different degrees of comparison. I give you some additional information about this. Let me see. Avoid double comparatives. What is double comparatives? See the example. He is more better than you are. Better is also comparative and more is also comparative word. Like this, we should not use. The right one is he is better than you are. She is more cleverer than I am. The same. Cleverer is also comparative word and more is also comparative word. She is cleverer than I am. That is the right one. We should not use double comparatives in a sentence. Next one. Use many for countable nouns and much for uncountable nouns. Yes, I have much problems. That is incorrect. I have many problems is a correct one because the problems is countable. So I have many problems. I have much sugar. That is a right because sugar is uncountable. So we have to use much. I have much sugar, not many sugar. Use many for countable nouns and much for uncountable nouns. We should know the difference between last and latest. Do you know the difference? Yes. Last means the previous one. Latest means the recent one, the most recent one, that is latest. We know the difference, but some people may get confused. So I clarify here. Last means the previous one. Latest means the most recent one, that is latest. So if you want to read the latest novel, you have to ask, give me the latest novel which was published most recently. You should not ask, give me the last novel. Quantifiers like half, both and all are used before the possessive adjectives. Example, both their sons are doctors. This is the right one. We should not say their both sons are doctors. That is wrong. What is the possessive in that sentence? It is their. We used both before the possessive. One more example. You used up half your time. We usually say we used your half time. That is wrong. So half should come before the possessive. Possessive is your. You used up half your time, not your half time. That is wrong. Like when using the words senior, junior, inferior, superior, anterior, posterior and prior, we have to use to, not than. For comparing the nouns. For example, Afra is senior to me by 4 years. We should not write Afra is senior than me by 4 years. It is wrong. Senior, junior, inferior, superior, anterior, posterior and prior. For all these words, we have to use to, not than. One more example. No one is superior to others here. This is the right sentence. No one is superior than others here is wrong. We should not add than in this sentence. Instead of than, we have to use to. Are you clear? Shall we see the next one? There is no comparative or superlative form for some adjectives. Why? Because you cannot grade them as more or less. We can't separate it as like it is more, it is less, it is high, it is low. So, such adjectives we do not have any comparative or superlative form. Example, unique. Unique means unique. Either he is a high person or low person, he is unique. We don't have comparison for these words. Sufficient. Sufficient means enough. That is sufficient. I had sufficient food. I had enough food. We can't compare with anything. So there is no comparison for this adjective. Like this, we have many words: perfect, infinite, impossible, absolute, inevitable, main, complete, unanimous, universal, ideal, fatal, dead. By seeing the word itself, you can understand these words do not have any comparisons. Main means it is main. We cannot compare with anything. It is main. Even though we compared it or not, it is main to us. For example, it is main subject. Even we compared the subject with some other also, it is main to us. So we are saying it is main subject. Shall we go to the exercises? Fill in the blanks with the comparative form of the given adjectives. For the following sentences, we have to write only the comparative form. We are changing the given word into comparative form. First sentence, there is dash water in this bottle than in that. They gave us the word little. Little in the form of positive degree. The comparative degree for little is less. So the right answer is less. Second sentence, I have become dash over the years. Comparative form for wise is wiser. I have become wiser over the years. Third sentence, villages are usually dash than cities. The word is polluted. They gave the word polluted. We cannot change this word polluted into comparative form. So we have to add the comparative form of degree before this word so that we can add less. Less polluted. Villages are usually less polluted than cities. Do the remaining sentences on your own. Just write the comparative form of the given adjectives in the given space. Next exercise, complete the following sentences using the appropriate degree of comparison of the given adjectives. Now you have to find the degree of comparison. In what degree we have to write the adjective. I tell you how to find the degree in a easy way. First, you have to check the noun in a sentence. If it contains only one noun, then it is positive degree. If it has a comparison, if it has two nouns, then it is comparative degree. If the noun is compared with all other nouns, then it is superlative degree. See the example. Arun speaks English dash. They speak about only one person, Arun. It is noun. So the positive degree. The given word we have to write it in the positive form. Arun speaks English well. Next one for comparative. She is dash than her brother. Here we have two nouns. One is she, second one is brother. So and also we have the clue word that is than. So it is obviously comparative degree. We have to write the given adjective in a comparative form. What is the comparative form for smart? It is smarter. Write the answer. She is smarter than her brother. Next sentence. Ritu is the dash student in class. The given adjective is soft spoken. Here they compared the Ritu with other students in her class. So this is superlative degree. So we want to add most before the adjective. Ritu is the most soft spoken student in class. This is easy, no? So do the remaining exercises. I meet you in next class. Take care of your health and be safe.